Hello, good morning, and welcome to another Monday morning art talk. So I want to thank all you guys who stopped by the CTN this weekend and said how much these videos are helping you, and that's why I do it. I do it just for those comments, because all of a sudden I know that I'm not talking to just the screen, and that you guys are out there and it's helping you, and it's moving you, and it's motivating you, and and that's what's so great about just this forum of being able to do things just through YouTube and get it out there. So with that said, what I want to do is just talk about my experience through the convention and just looking at artwork this weekend. I think last year I did sort of a review as well, so I'm doing more like an updated one this year from what I saw from a lot of people, where they're at. One big thing is people just not knowing what it is they truly want to do. I just feel there's just too much scatter in the portfolios that I'm seeing. I don't feel that people are really knowing and answering the questions for themselves what it is that they really want. Because once you find out what it is that you want, well, then that's when things are going to start being attracted to you, and you're going to start to notice things more, and you can focus. And I know that as artists in general, I think we all have ADD in some crazy way, that we just get distracted very easily, and this is part of why we're drawing. I know that I have it in a way. I get very distracted, and it's been hard to find focus, but you got to find the focus, and that's where I felt one thing that was missing. The next thing that was truly missing, that I felt myself repeating over and over and over again, was a solid foundation, plain and simple. And I put it this way: you imagine if you're building a house, what's the first thing you need to do when you're going to build a house? Number one is you got to create a plan. You got to create a plan and lay it out for how that house and how it's going to be structurally built and how it can be supported. And you got to start really weighing those sort of ideas into this building of this house and the construction. Because if you don't, and if you just throw up this house and you haven't really thought things through, what's going to happen to the house? It's going to collapse like a house of cards. And that's the exact same thing that's missing in people's drawings, is that construction, that foundation, that way just to build up the drawings and make just solid drawings, and then take your ideas and build it off that solid foundation. Because once you understand the foundation, it's almost like you could design hundreds of styles of homes, like you can design hundreds of styles of characters if you have that foundation. And then once you start understanding and getting a strong excuse me, it happens every time. My dogs, guys, no, it's not time. Coco, Ranger, no, just chillax. Sorry about that. So that's the big thing, is just really getting that construction down, and then thinking about just the personalities of these characters. So now that you've got the construction down, the foundation where it's solid, and when I'm talking about the construction, it comes down to the forms, just giving your character structure, knowing that everything is in space. We live in a dimension. We live in length, width, height, depth. We're just surrounded. We're forms in space. And that's what you need to think about. And then once you understand putting those forms together, well, then you can start pushing it and manipulating it and trying to take your character to that next level with personality, and not just drawing a character in a costume. Okay, because a character in a costume, it doesn't say anything, but all of a sudden you put that character in a costume and you add that personality, and all of a sudden, well, that character in the costume, I got a buffalo and is wearing a fireman outfit, Okay, but that Buffalo is wearing a fireman outfit is now, well, he's like 70 years old and is the fire captain chief, you know, and now this guy is very authoritative. Maybe he's like been there way too long and it's time for him just to retire, and is just grumpy and is old, has put out enough fires in his lifetime. You want to be able to see that in one drawing, in all honesty, in your character. You want to be able to feel that. And if you're not feeling that, well, if you're not feeling it, no one else is. And that's what's part of the missing aspect that's in these portfolios. And again, that solid structure. And once you understand it, then you can start pushing things. You're not going to get solid gestures or anything else if you don't understand the forms, because it needs to be form first and then style second. Work on the style afterwards. Don't worry. Don't get so caught up on that. So really finding that direction, really getting into drawing. You gotta draw. You gotta use your hands, and that's the bottom line. And this is the most important thing. And it's through that you'll start to see things. Is how do you create movement in your characters when they're just standing still? That's another big difficulty that I see a lot of people struggle with. And there's those things that you just got to do just to keep working at that. So that would be my real observation and what I felt was really missing a lot in the portfolios. All right. So that's my art talk. This is, it's not technically, it's Monday morning art talk, but it's Sunday night. I just came back from the convention. I've been talking all weekend long. But I just wanted to make sure I got something out to you guys in time for Monday. And that's it. And also I just wanted to announce to you guys who weren't able to make it to the show that I've just started and released my home studio mentorship. I have a detached studio downstairs below this studio, which I've converted into a classroom. And I'm just taking 5 students, only 4 now. One of them's coming from Italy, and I already had to sort of go through his application. It starts January 20th. If anyone's interested in being the, select 5, I'm taking the applications. If you go to silverdrawingacademy.com and then you go to the enroll and you click on the character design, you'll see the application process there. And I'm making my selection of the 4 additional students like the last week of December, beginning of January, and then I'll be notifying you and let you know if you've been accepted into the program, because then I'd like to speak with you over Skype and take it to that next level. And it's going to be very intimate, just real personalized, one-on-one. We're going to go on a field trip. We're going to have figure drawing mixed in with it, and it's a whole new thing. And I just want to do that because it really works, and it's a good thing. So anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Whoa! Hey! Go back. Go back.
Go back.
Great. Go back. Go.